In this question, we are given very specific instructions about when a summation converges and when a summation diverges. So what we are supposed to do is to make use of these two conditions here to work out that this summation over here is going to be one that is diverging. So to do that, what we're going to do is I'm going to try to match this to what we have here, which means that we are going to be letting AR be equal to x to the power of r divided by r factorial. And I want to work out what is an plus 1 and an. So an plus 1 is x to the power of n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 factorial. And an will be x to the power of n divided by n factorial. So with this, we can try to find out the expression for an plus 1 divided by an. That will be x to the power of n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 factorial divided by x to the power of n divided by n factorial. And this is going to be x to the power of n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 factorial multiplied by n factorial divided by x to the power of n. And I guess this is quite an easy expression to simplify. X to the power of n plus 1, x to the power of n will leave me with just an x in the numerator. As for these two factorial notations, maybe we can try to re-express this denominator over here. This, I will just leave it as it is. As for the denominator over here, I'm going to rewrite n plus 1 factorial to n plus 1 multiplied by n factorial. So once again, this can be cancelled, which means that an plus 1 divided by an will just simply be x divided by n plus 1. And now we can try to use the test that is given to us by the question. We are going to try to find out what is the limit when n tends to infinity of the modulus of an plus 1 divided by an. And we have found out that an plus 1 divided by an for this particular summation notation is x over n plus 1. So when n tends to infinity, that means the denominator here will go to infinity. So this entire expression will become 0. And 0 by itself is numerically less than 1, which means that it satisfies this condition over here. Therefore, we can then say that the summation from r is equal to 0 to infinity of ar, which is x to the power of r divided by r factorial. Now this converges.